Hello, friends. Very wonderful that you're joining in again in this session. And this time it's a very, deep topic. What's the reason of life, or why do we live? And you see me, I'm sitting here in the play corner of my kids. I have two wonderful children. And this is to bring a little bit of balance into it, because it's good to understand with these kind of deeper topics that in the end it's not so much about the theory, how wonderful the theory might sound, or how plausible or how logic the theory might sound. If you look at a child, when a kid wakes up, when a kid is feeling all right, he or she doesn't need a reason to wake up or to live. There is no mind or something to stimulate that kid to do something. There is this joy of living. The child wakes up and it's right away like, I want to wake up, play. I just want to be creative, do something to live. And life itself is the reason, right? So there are, of course, many wonderful theories about what is the reason to live and what is life. And one of them, for instance, it's of course very beautiful, but that there is the pure consciousness, that there's unity, there's oneness, God, divine consciousness, but it wants to experience itself. And that's why there came duality, because if there's only oneness, what is experienced? The oneness. So there has to be duality of matter and consciousness so that it can experience itself. And of course that's a very wonderful theory. And there is also wonderful theories about that God felt a little bit alone and he created other beings to feel the company of souls. And there is theories of that it's all just logic, science, and there is no spirit behind it, but it's just pure logical creation of one that became two, that became four, that became eight, and like that it kept expanding. The thing though is, doesn't matter how beautiful the theory is, if you still cannot really feel it, then it's still just a theory. It's still just the mind trying to explain something that needs to be experienced, that needs to be felt. Otherwise, the mind will still just stay in between you as a consciousness and the experience of life. Let me try to explain that a little bit better. Some of you, if you've practiced a little bit of meditation, if you practice a little bit of just feeling okay with the moment, and sometimes there are these moments that you feel just being. It's all good. You don't need a reason, you don't need an explanation. You feel life happening within you. You feel alive, and that's already perfect as it is. You don't need to figure things out. You don't need to do something, go somewhere. Life is already complete in itself. And that's the thing, life is already complete in itself. Life doesn't need a reason to exist. It exists, it's there. You also, as a person, you're there because you are a part of this creation, which is always changing, and there's no real reason behind it. And it's something in our human nature that tries to always figure something out and tries to think about something, which is also beautiful, don't get me wrong. The thing though is, learn to feel life happening as you're just being. Just live. Doesn't need to be a reason behind it. The reason is that you are already alive and you just need to experience it. So the thing though is, on a very practical matter, that for many of us they feel like, well, all sounds very nice, but when I just become still with myself, or when I'm doing things, I always feel a state of restlessness. I always feel not really in place where I'm at. There's always feeling of something is missing, or stress that I still have to do something or solve something from my past, or not so nice feelings of agitation that are maybe in your system. All these beautiful systems of yoga, of qigong, meditation, mindfulness, all these things are all kind of have the same goal. That's becoming able to clear yourself from these impurities, from these states of restlessness that you might have in your nervous system, in your mind, in your emotional system. Once you start to clear that out, once you start to purify that, you will know the reason of life. Not because you know it with the mind, but because you just feel like you're alive. Wonderful. You can breathe. All good. Doesn't have to be a logical mind reason for it, because that's just the creation of the mind. Okay? So, learning to feel the unity of everything. Learning to feel the oneness, that you are part of something much greater than yourself. That the life, God, divine nature, it penetrates in everything. It's in everything. It's in you. You are part of it. You are part of the divine creation, creational spirit. And just being alive is already the reason to be. Okay. Now, all nice theory, but let's bring this into a more practical matter. Let's take a little moment to just sit, take a couple of nice deep breaths, and learning to feel that. And for that, what we need to train the mind a little bit for is to learn to create acceptance and kindness. And that sounds all, for some of you, like, oh, that's very nice, acceptance, kindness, but I just don't feel that. But learn to feel it. Learn to create kindness by accepting your state of being at that moment. So if sometimes you feel a bit restlessness, or you feel a bit of anger coming up, or frustration, or when you're sitting still, learn to be kind to that feeling. Like, there is a bit of frustration in me. That's okay. I accept it. I accept it. And like that, you start to peel off, you start to clear out, to purify your whole energetic system, basically, until you start to connect more and more with the state of just being, feeling like it's okay, it's okay. And the more you connect with that, it's like you're reprogramming, you're rewiring your whole brain, your emotional system, that you go into a state of it's okay. And if you can live from that foundation, then there is so much more clarity, there's so much more power, there's so much more focus. Because if you feel you want to do something, there's not all these distractions in the mind, and there's not all of these wrong reasons and motivations to do something, because there's maybe a state of emptiness or anger or a sadness within you that you want to clear out or fill up. There is already clarity, and if you want something, you have the full focus, the determination, and the willpower to do these things, right? Because a lot of people, they use about 80% or maybe even more, 90% of their mental energy about thinking about really insignificant things, or maybe even things that take their state of being down, a negative thought, a worry, feeling that there's still something missing in their life, or things like that. And constantly their energy is being used up by the mind, and they feel knackered at the end of the day, not understanding why, because maybe they blame their job, or they blame this, or they blame that, but it's because the mind is gobbling up all these negative thought patterns, gobbling up all your energy. Learn to clear that out. Learn to purify that, so that you have the full energy to live with joy, with passion, with love, and with wonderful creativity, to flow with creation, and to create with creation, basically. Okay. So take a little moment to move a bit the body. We're going to do a very simple breathing practice, just a couple of breaths, and then taking a moment to get to your center, to learn to feel what is the reason to live, basically. Learn to experience it. Good. We're going to start off with taking a couple of nice deep breaths. We can do what is called 3-step breathing. Strong yogic breathing. We exhale first through the lips, like this. We breathe in from the belly up to the top of the chest for 9 breaths. And out We're gonna do this nice and slow. Full in and out. Full in and out. 3 more times. Full in. Two more times. Full in and out. One more last time. Full in. Exhale halfway or fully and stop breathing for as long as you feel comfortable. Just stop breathing for some time. Feel stillness in the body. Hold for as long as you feel comfortable. If you need to breathe again, just flow with that feeling of breathing. Feel you need to breathe and let the breath flow back in and flow with breath. Just feel how the breath moves or feel the stillness in the body. For a little moment, just letting everything settle. If you feel there's a lot of thoughts still happening, start to count maybe your breaths from 1 to 5, and then again from 1 to 5, or maybe from 1 to 10. Just feel how the breath moves into the body. And now you can relax a bit more with the breath out. Let everything settle. Relax the face, relax the lips, the shoulders, the hands. Prepare for the second and the last round of this type of breathing. If you have no major health issues, we're going to do 12 breaths. Otherwise, just relax. Exhale. Slow in. And out. And like this, breathing in, you expand. And when you breathe out, you let go, you relax. You breathe in, you expand. You let go. It's like with each breath, you are purifying a little bit more. You're purifying all systems in both mind and body. Last 4 breaths. After your last full deep inhalation, again, breathe out either halfway or breathe out fully. Apply Mahabandha, whatever you would like to do, but stop your breath for some time. Feel stillness in the body, but the effect of the breathing technique, like it's flushing out. It's increasing the flow of energy in your body. Feel that. Whether you are still holding your breath, whether you are already breathing, loosen up. You can place the palms open on the knees. Like you bring some openness, not just in the hands, but in your whole being. Let go a little bit more with each breath out. Loosen up. a scan through the body, feeling the face, feeling the cheeks, the jaw, the lips, like that through the whole body. And let go a little bit more with each breath out. Releasing, letting go the body, letting the awareness become more clear. Loosening up. And take a little moment to just observe as you're sitting like this. As you're letting the body breathe, let the breath go really calm, super gentle and soft, with a kind, relaxed smile, with a kind, relaxed attitude, just watching life happen for a moment. Whether you feel very calm and relaxed, or whether you have another experience, it's all good. It's life happening. Just let life happen for a moment. Let creation of life happen as it comes and goes. Where is your awareness? And how is your attitude towards the moment? Are you still observing whatever state of being, whatever feeling comes up? Can you kindly smile at it? Bring the awareness to your face. Feel the face. Loosen up the face. Feel the shoulders, the arms. Loosen up. Feel the hands as they're just resting. Relax all fingers. Relax the chest, the belly, the legs. just being, just breathing. It's all good. With full attention, feel free to slowly move a little bit the fingers and move the body with still that same awareness. And lastly, to finish off the session, we rub the hands together. You can place the thumbs against the forehead or in front of the chest, however you want. Slowly breathe from the belly up to the heart, to the head, like a little smiling, smile of acceptance, of kindness. And when you breathe it out, it's like you spread that state of well-being into your own body. You spread that state of well-being, of kindness, into your whole mind, emotional system, in your life. For a couple more breaths, try to make that state of okayness, of it's all okay. Like you breathe it in, and when you breathe out, you spread that out, not just your own body, not just your own life, but you spread it out into the world, into the lives of others. Like you breathe, may you all be blessed with peace, with love, with wisdom and happiness. May you all be blessed with peace, love, and wisdom. May you all be blessed with peace, love, and wisdom. Feel free to massage a little bit the face, massage the arms, massaging, just stroking gently the whole body with some kindness. Wonderful. So just like that, you can take a little moment to kind of connect again with your source, the life source that's within, the reason of your life. And if we can live from that source, from that foundation of inner peace, of kindness, of love, a much more beautiful world and much more wonderful life will develop in ourselves and around ourselves. Peace, love, and wisdom. God bless. Have a beautiful rest of the day, friends.